Well, guys, rode about 10 miles today, single track, getting a feel for the bike. I got to say, man, I'm disappointed. I really am. I hate to say it. But the bike overall, I really liked. I liked the way it felt. I liked the feel, plenty of power. I use it in rain mode. It's super slick out there today. But that freaking shifter, it was just, here, look. Ah, it's neutral. Oh, it's fucking neutral. Shift. Fucking neutrals again. See, every fucking time. Fuck again. So that's a whole bunch of misshifts into neutral, and I got to figure out how to fix it, because that's really the only thing that's just driving me crazy. And I think there's an extended shifter I can get. If I get the extended shifter, hopefully it'll help with that. But it is the notchiest transmission I have ever felt. I'm not sure if it's a problem. I'm thinking about bringing it back to beta and see if there's something that they can do about it. As far as, checking out, making sure there's nothing in there that's messed up. Maybe the shift selector or something. It's very, very notchy, even feeling it by hand. I just jumped on my buddy's KTM, and its shifter's nice and smooth. My last bike was smooth, but it is the notchiest shifter I've ever felt, and it's screwing me up on climbs, on really slow climbs. So, which will also help if I get that 14 tooth sprocket on the front from the 15. Put that 14 tooth on there. That's going to help, so I don't have to go down into first gear, because first gear is almost too low, and second gear needs to be a little bit lower. So I can help. The gearing is going to help a little bit. So I think a 14 tooth and an extended shifter, we should be golden. And just to confirm it, my buddy rode it, and he said, "Damn, this shifter is super short, man. That's probably the issue." And he was having a problem just finding the shifter. So hopefully the longer shifter and the sprocket will fix it, because I really like the way the bike feels, and it got me up everything. There's a video that I'm editing that's going to come out with the, it'll be before or after this video about the ride. So I filmed just about everything. It was a good day of riding, though. I had a good time, and it's really cold out here today. But the bike did just great. And let me show you the pipe. All right, guys. So I got nothing coming out of the junction there, because I did that junction pipe correction in there. You can see that nice and clean. All right, and then coming back here to the pipe, man, spotless. Looking good. A couple of specks on there, that's all. So jetting feels good. I'm going to go, I think, one size richer on the main, just to see, because I was tapping this thing out down some of the straightaways, and just wanted to see how it'll do with the different main in there. So we're back at Brewer's Cycle because of the shifting problem my beta's having. I'm not worried about these guys here. It's a great group of guys over here at Brewers. I'm sure they'll take care of me. We're going to keep track of it, how long it takes and all that kind of stuff, and what the problem was. So I'm going to drop it off here now. They're going to take care of it. They're going to get up with me. Today is Saturday, so they probably won't get to it until Tuesday, because we're closed Sunday, Monday. And then if it needs anything, it'll have to be ordered or whatever. But it is under the warranty, so for now, it's going to come back here whenever it needs help. I got old Faithful right next to it there, the CRF 250X. It'll be my bike until I get the beta back. It's actually my son's bike, but I'll be taking it and riding it and maintaining it for him. But, hey, I'm going to go drop it off. Let's go inside and get this thing done. All right, guys, switch dropped off, as you can see. These are good folks over here. I'm not too worried about it. They're going to check it out during the week and let me know. And the cool thing about this place at Brewers is, because I bought it here, it gets bumped to the front of the line, so they can look at it right away. It doesn't get put in line with other bikes from other places. So it's an hour and a half drive for me to get out here, so I got another hour and a half drive home. Driving this old big pig, sucking fuel, it's probably going to cost me like $40 in gas, but I don't mind. If the shop does a good job, that's fine with me. All right, so hopefully it all goes good. We'll see. All right, guys, but don't worry about it. It's in good hands. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for further notifications to find out what happens with this bike at the dealer. Until next time, step closer.